Hey guys, 7 WWE Rocks here. Excuse me. I am here to talk about Global Force Wrestling presents Wrestle Kingdom 9. I watched it from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. this morning. Really, really good stuff. Like, amazing. I really don't want to say. A lot of people have been saying, best pay-per-view they've ever seen in years. Maybe even the best pay-per-view they've ever seen. Now, I will say, freaking amazing pay-per-view. My buddy WWE TNA 1152. I'm gonna be using a lot of his facts that he got from the pay-per-view, from his review, because me and him were watching it, but it felt like we were watching it, together. We were tweeting back and forth, but he said it was like a little over 2 hours wrestling wise. So I don't think it was 4 hours, but the main event ended and there was still like 20 minutes left. But basically, it was a 4-hour pay-per-view, and there's over 2 hours of wrestling. That is just insane. That just is freaking mind-boggling. I can't even like comprehend that. Such a great pay-per-view. I really don't want to go out and say it was the best pay-per-view I've ever seen in my life, because I don't want to get caught up in the hype and think, oh, it's good, and get people's hopes up. And I just want to let a few days go by, maybe watch some more pay-per-views, and then finally say, yes, that definitely was the best pay-per-view I've ever watched. I really just don't want to give you guys that opinion, so you go and watch it and think, everyone's been saying it's a great pay-per-view. Daniel's been saying it. Daniel's been saying it's a great pay-per-view, and it's not. So it's not the best pay-per-view. I don't want to really do that to you guys. So 11 matches were on the card. Such a great just wrestling event. Pure wrestling. There's promos for certain matches. I noticed for certain matches there really wasn't, promos leading up to it. But basically, it was wrestling start to finish. Once a match got over, the wrestlers got out of the arena pretty quick, and then the next match went on. And I really enjoyed that. So I'm not going to give a whole flat-out review of all 11 matches. I only have 7 matches that I want to talk about. But nonetheless, those matches that I left out were still good. I just maybe didn't know enough about the guys, and I didn't want to just flat-out mess up some stuff. Also, this is my first ever New Japan Pro Wrestling show. So if I do mess up on the names, I really do apologize. I hate when people mess up on my name. So I get all the fans that are probably cringing as I, just butcher some of these guys' names. But first match, let's get right into this. My thoughts, my quick review, I guess. First match, it started, the replay of it started right now, so I know a lot of people are watching it right now. So maybe after you're done watching this, you're watching it, or maybe the people that stayed up last night can watch it. But also, I have different opinions on some of the matches. Some of the matches people were saying were 5 stars. Easily, saying it was the best match they've ever seen. The main event, the second to last match, they were saying it was the best match they've ever seen in their lives. And I really didn't feel that way, but please, you got to understand. So please don't come out and say, oh, you're stupid for not thinking that was 5 stars easily. It was 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm watching a New Japan Pro Wrestling pay-per-view. I mean, it was crazy, man. I was seeing dragons left and right. It was freaking insane. So call me a pansy, but I felt awful this morning after I went to bed at 5, right after the pay-per-view ended. I went to bed, and then I woke up, and I couldn't put on my glasses without feeling just absolutely nauseous and horrible. And then I would stand up, and I seriously felt like I was about to drop on the floor. Call me a pansy, call me whatever you want, but it was crazy. So some of the matches, I don't know. I felt like they were amazing. They were great, but I don't know. Maybe it was just I was so tired and just ready to go to sleep that I really wasn't like fully comprehending, just watching the match. So enough talking. Let me get into the matches. I'll talk about this more during the main event stuff, but no spoilers. I don't want to give any spoilers away from anybody. So hopefully, I'm not going to give any spoilers because I just don't want to do that. Red Dragon versus the Young Bucks versus the Forever Hooligans versus the Time Splitters started the show. Best match they could have started the show with, easily. This was the best match. Such a good start. Great opener. 4 teams. It picked up. As soon as it picked up, it got going. They were just going left and right. And I really think it was a great match because it focused on each team. Each team got to do a big, move set, got to do their signatures and stuff, which I really liked. And so Red Dragon, they had great moves. The Young Bucks, I'm a Young Bucks mark, you all know that. And they did some crazy stuff. They hit the Meltzer driver. Unfortunately, Jim Ross didn't even call it. Matt Stryker did, and he called it the Indy Taker at first, and then he corrected himself, saying it's the Meltzer driver. But I was a little disappointed. They threw about like 8 or 10 super kicks, I think. The Forever Hooligans, I'm not that familiar with, but they showed me they were awesome. They hit some brutal clotheslines that really took the other teams out. The Time Splitters, you know, Alex Shelley, he's always good. His tag team partner, I forget his name, but I think the Young Bucks called him the Asian Chris Sabin or something like that. But really, really good match. Highly recommend it. Best way to start off a pay-per-view. It got you right in there. I was like, this is going to be freaking awesome. And I really liked it. And the only thing I didn't like was I just felt like, I don't know if the sound was off or something, but it just felt like when they were hitting super kicks and hard hits and stuff, the sound just it didn't sound like what the sound you would think it means. Like in a PWG show, you can hear everything in the ring so easily. And so if the guy hits a super kick, it sounds brutal. I don't know why. It just didn't sound like as brutal and like the pops they were making. It didn't just sound like a normal match. I don't know. That was just me taking nothing away from the match. The match was awesome. Great finish, and I really enjoyed it. So moving on, we had, all right, here we go, Japanese names. Minoru Suzuki versus Kazushi Sakuraba in a knockout or submission match. Now, this is one of the negatives about this whole thing, me watching this event for the first time, New Japan Pro Wrestling for the first time. This was like, they said this match was like years in the making. Both guys had MMA backgrounds, years in the making, and I just felt like I really wanted to like know the storyline and everything about it. I wanted to know like why they were fighting, you know, all this great legacy between these two men. And I was a little disappointed about that. But there's also a positive. Like if you don't know the storylines and such, you can just enjoy it for the wrestling. You don't have to think about the storylines and all the drama and crap. Just enjoy it for what it is. So that was a positive about it, but a negative, I just felt like I really want to know the reasons and just all the legacy and just the background between these two guys. But brutal match. They know their freaking technical wrestling skills, some arm bars and all. Really cool stuff. And the freaking chokehold this guy used, I forget which one, I'm sorry. But it was the older one, definitely. He got him in like a chokehold, but like threw him behind his back and like caught him back in the chokehold, like still holding a chokehold, and it looked just brutal for the other guy. But a good match, something different. It was like a UFC fight in a wrestling ring, and something different that I could really get used to. Seeing like like one of those matches on the card each wrestling event, I could easily sit through and watch it. It was great. Gosh, somebody just screamed bloody murder because of the Cowboys game right now. But that was a great match. The never open weight championship match between Togi Makabe versus Tomohiro Ishii. I know you people are probably pissed off and cringing, but this match was a battle of the brutes. These guys' clotheslines were freaking brutal. They wouldn't even like fall when they got clothesline. They wouldn't even they would sell it, but they wouldn't like fall down. They would hit the guy, just wrap his arm around around his neck. It looked like he was just taking his neck back. And they were just like fighting for more. I loved it. I thought that was awesome. And it was a really good match. Jeez, my mom and aunt are freaking out. But brutal match. So crazy. And just the hits, such strong style and just stiff hits that I really love seeing that. WWE, you get some hits that you're just like, oh, that looked awful. And then you get these guys and they're just boom. And then that's not even their hardest hit. I mean, they just boom, bashing each other with clotheslines. Really good match. Definitely, I know you guys are going to enjoy that one if you're watching it now. Next, I'm going to get a lot of crap for this, but honestly for me, I don't know if it was just because it was earlier and I wasn't as tired, but this match was my favorite match on the card because it was Kenny Omega versus Rizuki Taguchi for the Junior Heavyweight Championship. I freaking love Kenny Omega. He is so good. He's the cleaner, which is so weird. I watched a movie called The Professional, and it's about a hitman, and they call him the cleaner. And then I watched, like, the same night, and then I watched New Japan Pro Wrestling, the cleaner, Kenny Omega. I thought that was awesome. But, yeah, they used the cleaner for Kenny Omega as that he wants to clean up the junior division, the junior heavyweight guys, or not. I'm not heavyweight. The junior division, and I think he should be like the hitman of the freaking Bullet Club. I think that'd be cool. I'm wearing the Bullet Club today or shirt today, but Kenny Omega so freaking strong. It is crazy. He did a suplex where I forget how, but it looked like he was dropping him. And he didn't let the guy's feet hit the ground. Like he was like his feet were like flailing out, and he wouldn't let him touch the ground. And then deadlifted him back into a suplex, and it's just so crazy. And he did German suplexes that were just amazing, deadlifts and such. And the Young Bucks were there, which made it even better. They interfered, so it was like back and forth where the challenger, not a challenger, he was the champion at that time. He was the champion, so it was Taguchi. Sorry, I keep forgetting the names. But he was fighting the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. It was just really cool. I like matches like that where you're kind of fighting with the ringside guys. But I will say, this show didn't have matches and screw finishes. There wasn't like, a guy ringside screwed him or like distracted him and then a quick roll-up or something. It was legit finishes every match, which I really liked. Really did. Thought it was great. Change in pace, with Raw coming up, we see that every freaking match. So... And I do want to stay away from all the, it's going to be better than anything the WWE is going to do this year, maybe even WrestleMania. But I want to stay away from all that. I'm sure tomorrow night everyone's going to go, New Japan Pro Wrestling was so much better. Raw's a joke if they're thinking that. I know. People are going to say that. I'm just going to enjoy Raw. I'm going to watch it, of course. I'm freaking wrestling mark. Try to watch everything. And, but New Japan Pro, it's going to be really hard for that. Really hard. So, but we'll see what happens. Oh, yeah. So, Kenny Omega, great guy. I just love his match, and I think he's so good and talented. Personally, my favorite match of the night. I don't know if it was just I was so tired by the end of it. It probably was, but I really do want to watch a lot of these matches again because I just really want to be refreshed, not tired at all, and just watch it, just start and finish, not tired at all. Really just want to do that. So hopefully I will get the chance to do it. Next, we had AJ Styles versus Tetsuya Naito. Sorry. This was a great match. Really enjoyed it. Styles hit a awesome Styles Clash from the second rope on the, in the corner. The second rope off, he used Styles Clash. And I was kind of surprised Jim Ross brought up the fact that AJ Styles been getting a lot of crap for the Styles Clash where he's, broken guys' neck and stuff. I thought that was kind of weird to bring up, but a good match. I enjoyed it, and the Naito guy, I think is how you pronounce it. He was really good. I enjoyed it. AJ Styles put on his great calf killer, and I thought that was really good. I seriously thought the guy was gonna tap, but he didn't. But still try not to spoil the finish. I kind of did, but yeah, sorry. That match was good, and the Naito guy has, I think, lost 3 of his Wrestle Kingdom matches. One was against Jeff Hardy, which I was really shocked to see Jeff Hardy wrestle him. I didn't even know that, but good match. Really enjoyed it. Next was the Intercontinental Championship match. This was second to last. A lot of people said this was match of the night easily, and easily a 5-star. It was Shinsuke Nakamura versus Kota Ibushi. And Intercontinental Championship, Nakamura, my gosh, his entrance was freaking majestic. It was amazing. He had this jacket, this crown thing. I don't know if that's like really significant for him or something. So charismatic, really good. He's really like just crazy character that I could easily get behind. And he had these knee strikes that were just brutal so much. And he would hit them just really hard. And I liked it. It was kind of a negative because I didn't know the whole storyline and their signature moves. That's why I felt like Jim Ross and Matt Striker's. I think Matt Striker is a little better at it, but I feel like the announcing wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be because they really didn't know the signature moves and such. And that's not, taken away from anything. I mean, I told WWE TNA 1152, I told him Jim Ross, he could commentate me taking a dump and I'd be interested. So, yeah, he did a great job as always. And but yeah, Nakamura, such a great character. The knee strikes he did were amazing, but it was like back and forth. The 2 wrestlers were like mocking each other with the other's moves or like other signatures and stuff. And I thought that was really cool. Really great match. And I don't know if it was 5 stars. And once again, I don't know if I was just so tired. Maybe like, I don't know. It was just so crazy and really great. It was just great to see this kind of wrestling and really, really enjoyed it. Now, next, Hiroshi Tanahashi. He is the champion versus I know his last name. Kazuchika Okada, the Rainmaker, for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. This match was really good. I really enjoyed it. I probably would say that one was a 5-star, but maybe last night I didn't sound so excited because I was just so tired. And the reversals they did, I thought were a really good highlight of the match. Now, gosh dang it. Okada, his finisher is, of course, the Rainmaker, the Lariat. He does like a big clothesline. And Tanahashi, his finisher was the, what was it? It was the, I forget it. It's a frog splash. I know that off the top rope, but I forget what it's called. But that was his finisher. But it was just so crazy to see, I kept saying Tanahashi. Okada go for his Rainmaker clothesline, and they would reverse it, and he would reverse it, and it was just crazy. Okada went for a Tombstone Piledriver. That's one of his signatures, but Tanahashi reversed it for his own Tombstone Piledriver. And a really good thing I think they did on this card, I know Jim Ross has said it before, that in wrestling, he wants to see more 1 counts. He doesn't want to see as much 2 counts. He hates the fact that every time it's 2 counts. You know, the fans get smart about it. They're like, okay, this isn't going to be a 3 count. It's going to be another 2 count. They did a really good job at doing 1 count. I really like that they do that. They hit big moves, go for a pin, 1 count. And you're like, oh my gosh, did he just kick out at 1? Really great job that they did that. I really loved it. Great match. The Lariats, Rainmaker, or Okada hit a Rainmaker. Tanahashi hit like 3 frog splashes. He hit 1. It was a frog splash. What would you call it? Not clothesline. I don't know why I'm thinking it. Crossbody, where the ring, it's like, and then the padding on the ground, a metal barricade, then like concrete after that, and then the fans. So the fans are pretty far away, to be honest. But it was like the ring, floor at the bottom, and the metal guardrail, and Okada was on the other side of it, so he was on like the concrete floor. Tanahashi jumped off the top rope, over the padding, over the barricade, onto Okada, landed right on beautiful crossbody. Really cool, just really like crazy. You think somebody could do that? They even used the stage ramp, the long Tokyo Dome stage ramp, and Okada hit like I think it's called Falling Rain or something. He hit like an attitude adjustment type thing. Really cool. The ramp looks stiff. Oh my gosh, it looks brutal. But yeah, great match. Won't spoil the ending. I'm sure a lot of people know, but the reversals I really liked. I always thought Okada was going to hit that Rainmaker, then he didn't. And then Tanahashi tried his own Rainmaker, and I thought that was really cool. Just really good way to end the show. Great match. They were like the time was they probably could have gone an hour. They went like 40 minutes, I think. That's still crazy. But great event. You guys that are watching the replay, I'm sure, are loving it right now. A really great event. I don't want to go in and say it was the best pay-per-view I've ever seen, because I just don't like, one day after watching it saying, oh, that was the best thing I've ever witnessed. I mean, I've seen a lot of pay-per-views, so up there. It's easily top 3, if not the best. So just really great event. Perfect way to start out 2015. Really great event. I'm going to be trying to watch more New Japan Pro Wrestling after how I felt last night. I'm going to hopefully get a replay or a stream or something. I'm not getting up at 2 in the morning again. That was just too much for me. I'm a struggling high school student, people. Come on. But hopefully you enjoyed the event. If you watched it, hopefully you're enjoying it right now. It was so great. It was definitely, I know a lot of people are going back to school tomorrow. I go back on Tuesday, which is just awful. But it's a great way to end your break, I think. If you watched it, perfect way to end it in a wrestling way. And really just great event. Really hope everyone enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed my small review. I didn't cover every match, but they all were good. Not a bad match on this card. But thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow me on Twitter at 7WWERocks. Guys, if you're going to school tomorrow, have a great day. I know everyone's really sad about that, and just I hate the fact I'm going back on Tuesday. But please have a great day, everyone. And yeah, Wrestle Kingdom 9. Thank you, Global Force Wrestling. Thank you, Jeff Jarrett. Thank you, New Japan Pro Wrestling. You guys put on a heck of a pay-per-view. Fantastic stuff. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, have a nice day. Thank you, guys.